Guys, we're going to try the pairing of the Cyriocosmus aueri. They've been in here together for roughly an hour and a half. And she just finally approached him a little bit, and he's turned. She is on the bottom of your screen, and he is at the top. He's actually a decent-sized male, comparatively to her, so hopefully we're just gonna do bits and pieces of this. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because it could take a while, so you'll probably see a lot of starting and stopping. There wasn't any drumming. He did build a sperm web yesterday in the enclosure. I saw him loading back up again and ripped it all down. I think it took a lot out of him because he was kind of really lethargic going in here to her enclosure, so I put some extra water in her enclosure just in case.
That's a great question.
The last breeding attempt, not the last one because the little guy never made it with her, but the one before that, it took about an hour before they started to do anything, and then the actual breeding process didn't take all that long. I think they coupled once or twice. I know I have the footage. I think it's on the channel. So that would have been sometime last year, summertime, I think. So I'm going to pause you guys here because they're not doing much of anything, and when they start doing something more, then I will bring you guys back. Okay, so he started vibrating. You can see him there now. He's touching her and twitching. It's all good signs right there. I wished I could film this on the side for you guys, but I put them in a larger enclosure so that when one or both of them want to run, there will at least be another enclosure. It'll be easier for me to get them. If I had a room or a table, I would have done it just like that because they wouldn't really go far. She's being receptive, which is good. She's not lunging. She's holding up. He's positioning himself now. He's trying to get her to move where he wants her to, so that's easier for him to get his tibial hooks to hold. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, I'm gonna lose this here. I zoomed you in too far. The way that everything's set up here, I don't want to move anything now. So she's in the position that she wants to be in, and he's getting the hooks. His hooks are holding up her fangs now. He's actually right now inserting. You can see, I watched this last time. You see on the right side here, he's got one leg over here and he rubs her other leg, just like he's got a leg right here. Okay, see, now he's going to lift her up. That's what you want to see, is him lift her up, because he hasn't inserted yet. Trying to get you guys the right view. It's not working out very well for me. There. That's a little better. He's got her up in the air, but his pedipalps are still laying beneath her. Now there's things to look for, of course, when you're breeding spiders. The insertion, you'll see he'll push his pedipalps in and out. And if it's successful, generally, when they're done, you'll see her rubbing underneath her. I don't know if that's they're cleaning that area or they're spreading whatever the sperm inside through her spermatozoa. I don't know if that's exactly what they're doing, but I know that that's a sign that you want to look for. At the angle they're at, I can't tell right now if he's actually inserted or not. I'm going to pause you guys so I can take a couple pictures. Okay, so I moved the camera to the side here so you guys can actually see some of what's going on the side right now. You can see the dark area. Let me see if I can show you with this. Right there. That part right there is his pedipalp. One of them is the right one. You guys can't see that, can you? No, you really can't. You can see right there are her chelicerae. That's where his hooks go underneath and hold up her fangs. He's inserted right now again. This is actually this is very interesting to watch, but it's actually quite fulfilling, to be honest with you. This is not you don't find a lot of these around in the hobby. I was actually surprised to find another male, to be honest with you. I know people have put out feelers for buying females, and people have offered to buy this female from me a few times, and I've refused every single time. If he's successful and we'll try a second pairing, generally, like Neoholothelliense, generally if you breed the Neoholothelliense once and it's a successful breeding, when you reintroduce the male, the female will lunge towards the male. That's when you know that the female is most likely that the pairing was successful. I'm not sure if that's the case with these guys. I never got to pair the male the second time because he died before I had an opportunity to do that. So what I will do is, the pairing today is Sunday, I'll probably wait till Wednesday and try again. If she's not interested or she lunges towards him, then I'll know that it should be successful, and then I'll be able to send him out to anybody else that has a mature female of these that wants to breed these. I think the egg count is somewhere in the 45 to 60 range. They're a dwarf species, so they're going to be small as slings, but they're not cheap either. You know, these are $45, $50 slings. So, you know, at half inch, quarter inch, half inch. So You can get them to 1 inch and you're charging $60, $65, $70 for them. So I'm kind of excited because I don't have to split this with anybody, but I do. There are a couple people I want to send them to. You know, who had the first male. I want to make sure that she has one if she wants one, and then the Sam who sent me the second male, if she wants one or two, I want to make sure that she gets them. And I know there's some people that have already said, you know, I want to have some if you get them, or if they're successful. So I don't think it's going to be an issue moving these slings, and of course I'll probably keep a handful of them myself. My Aphonopelma chalcodes was walking around outside of her den today. She still looks big, but she doesn't look huge. I mean, she's not small by any means. And the male Aphonopelma hensi was out of his burrow today. I haven't seen him move in 6 months. And of course, he hasn't molted, but so I put water in there because I'm assuming that's what he came out for. Was either that it was a little too cool for him, or he wanted water. So I will check on him later to make sure. And I also rehoused Chaos, the OBT, and that'll be a separate video for you guys. I'll show you what I put her in, and we'll get down Bantu and try feeding Bantu before she goes out this week. She's due to mail Wednesday. I have stuff going out Tuesday and stuff going out Wednesday. He's still inserted. You could see the movement vaguely, but right there, if you focus right there, you'll see his pedipalp moving back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here till something else gets crazy, because this will end up being like a, well, maybe he's pulled out again. Now you can see his pedipalp right there, right? See it right there. And the stick that you're seeing, this is forced perspective. It's probably about 12 inches away from them because it's so close to the camera. I can point like using a pointer without being anywhere near them to disturb them. Okay, I'm going to pause you guys here and we'll pick up in a few minutes. If you can see what she's doing now with her abdomen, that's a good sign. Because he's actually inserted in her right now. I think this is going to be a successful pairing. This is really really exciting. As you can tell by my exuberant voice, I'm trying to be soft and quiet. We went to, this time of year, every year, right at the end of January, there's a wing cook-off, chicken wing cook-off. And, of course, you go there and you walk in, it smells nothing but oil, but you get a card and you get 10 wings. There were 5 places that were doing it, and of course then you vote for, you know, what place you think had the best wings. But tried a bunch of different stuff I've never tried before, and I was never a huge super hot fan. You know, I'm a Cajun guy. I like Cajun spices, and that's about as hot as I ever really tried, because I never really was interested in anything else. And my brother-in-law got a wing called Scorpion Blood, and it's I never heard of this before, but apparently it's a mixture of a scorpion pepper, if that's a thing. They said it was scorpion pepper and a ghost pepper, and then some extra hot sauce added in. And so my brother-in-law just got one because he just wanted to take a bite and see. And we made my daughter take a bite first. She about died. And then Jack took a bite, and it it was hot for him, which is, I mean, you could see he was sweating, his eyes were red and everything. So I decided, well, I'm going to try it. And I tried it and I ate the rest of it. And then I can't believe it didn't bother me. My lips were burning, but I never had anything inside. So it's kind of, I think I'm broken because that stuff should have really fried me up, but it didn't. So I'm just going to let them go now. So I'm going to shut you guys off. And then once they start to disengage, I'll bring you guys back in. And then we'll see the separation between the two. But they could be like this for another hour. Who knows? Okay, we'll be back in a few. Okay guys, so we're going to wrap up this video. I really couldn't get them separating. I had to pay attention because she had his one leg engaged and she didn't want to let go. So I kind of had to intervene just a little bit just to get her to back off some. She finally let him go and he crawled into his enclosure. She let him go. They were together for roughly 3.5 hours. So I saw at least 7, maybe 8 successful insertions. He would disengage, engage, and then she's going all over the place. She's trying to find him still. But yeah, so that's where we're at. She's going to go hang out, and hope this wasn't too boring for you, and thanks for watching. Hopefully in a couple months we'll have some little tiny ones. Talk to everybody later. Have a great weekend.